Tonight's coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Ready. Drill, 52. Ready?
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Here we go, set. Ready.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set, hunt. Red, cycle. Speedo blue. Slide blue. Set, hunt.
Young. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. To throw is Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. 29 yards. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And still fighting. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Black shot. Hut, hut.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Ready.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
10 cycles. Hut.
Now a handoff up the middle. Brooks. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard.
Ready. Go.
A handoff running left, Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Brown able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and punch out the ground.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Madden. Come on, set.
Throwing, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
White. Green Jack. Ready?
3rd down, Young from the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26.
Ready. Drill green. Hey, blue. Red, yellow. Ready.
To throw, Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 2.
Clock 10. Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Derek Brown, That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here comes third down at 7. Off the option, here's Henry. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now Jackson will look to throw it. A check down here for Henry. Running right through him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Let's go. 43 rail. Hut.
They go play action. Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Okay.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set, hut, chop, 17.
Now Young. He gets this one to Johnson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Young to throw on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On first down. It's Brooks, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, Young loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here.
Oh, we changed it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he stays up. On target to his man, Likely. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Drill, 52. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's 2nd down.
Slide, 97. Set.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Go pink. 10 cycles. Ready?
Young to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Down. Fierce, yellow. Ready, ready.
Here's Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Set. Black Ultra.
Now Young. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
Blue striker. Red cycle. Edo blue. Slide blue. Claws red. Set, go.
Young. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. But I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop?
No, we changed it.
And the Ravens first down.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That's going deep for Bateman.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A-game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Are you kidding? You played terrible.
Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium, or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson, and we're off and running from Charlotte. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return.
At their own 47-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set, hut, hut.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
Hubbard again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run. And he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Black shot. Steel, black. 6. Mega. Blaster, 6. Hut.
Young looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Ready. Fight. White. Ready.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Set. Green jack. Drill green. Set.
Looking to throw. Young. Legette's got it. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Working quickly here.
Trouble, 38.
It's a gain of 8.
52 blaster.
3rd and 5.
Ready?
Again, it's Brooks. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on, come on.
They go play action here. He gets this one to McLaurin. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dane Jackson with the pick. And the Panthers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They start with 2nd and 6. Up the middle, Hubbard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Red, yellow. Set. Smash, red. Set. Go.
First down from the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up second down.
Fierce, yellow. Come on, set. Black ultra. Blue striking. Hut, hut.
Young throwing here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw.
Let's go now.
When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. Approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Ready, ready. Red, cycle. Hey, red. Hut.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Here we go, here we go. Hut, hut.
That's complete till he gets.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Connection made to Tremble. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Blue. Here we go, set. Claw, 10. Ready.
Here's the give, straight up the middle. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He was looking for Terry McLaurin. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
I ain't seen real process, see nothing. I ain't seen real. I ain't seen